Hello, Star Wars Galaxy of Hero players. Dash Rendar here. Today, I'm going to be talking about Dash Rendar. So, I'm not going to go over his kit too much. Just show that, he does damage 3 times. He does a lot. But I'm going to talk about some teams that he may actually work with outside of some prepared squads. I will say this, though. His Omnicron ability is great for Grand Arena only. So, keep that in mind. If you don't want to invest in Omnicrons right now, Omnicrons, is what a lot of people are calling them, just know that, yeah, you're going to have to just save them. Like, that's where I'm at. I'm not even pushing to farm the extras from the shard store. So, yeah, his Zeta's not bad. Prepared allies gain turn meter. However, at the same time, he's probably best without it because some of the teams that he's a part of, that I've, brought up, doesn't have a lot of prepared. It's just a prepared mechanic. So, first off, these are the 5 prepared characters that you'll run them with. You run either Kira lead or bounce around between him. Running him as a lead is probably better because regardless of what position on the team, dang, I can't think of the name, Dash Rendar is in, he will still help out. So keep that in mind. And it's probably best, like in 3v3, for example, it's probably best to run Dash Rendar, Vandor, and L3, and then run Kira with the other 2 if you've worked on them. Like me, I haven't worked on them except L3, so I have better uses for Dash in other places. I'm not even a bother. So, yeah. Now, if you see on the Dash Rendar thing at the top, it says 290 base speed. That is his speed. It's really fast. Not as fast as Moff Gideon or, what's his name? Echo. Bad Batch Echo. Those are, I think, like 295, 296, something like that. Anyways, 290 speed is great, though. And apparently it sounds like he might actually be really good to help beat Imperial Trooper teams. And now I have a team that you can actually use it with. Now, keep in mind, I can also see, I'll get to that team in a minute, but keep in mind, there's also this team you can run him with. You're boosting with his unique, without the Zeta, even without the Zeta, and I'm not even going to throw the Zeta or the Omnicron on him. I'm going to still get him to Relic 5 so that I can use him for the Starkiller event when I can, start farming him whenever he becomes free to play. So, yeah, Scoundrel allies gain 20% max health, offense, and potency. That's huge, especially with the team lineup right here. Quill's already granting health, offense, potency, but also protection. That's not to brag about. But then the leadership. Health, protection, and offense. That's huge. Now, you can theoretically run Dash Rendar lead with this setup here where, start everyone with prepared. So L3 will get more max health. The Sport and Healer will get more potency and speed. So Quill, I believe, yeah, Quill is a support. Yeah, he's a support. So he'll get he'll get that bonus to the speed, which is good for Quill because it'll speed him up, allow him to proc off that ability faster. And of course, his unique's still going to trigger. So Dash Rendar and Beskar Mando can swap between each other's leads. But I would definitely, if that's the case, that first off, I would say, because there's no way to lose unless the unit is defeated. There is no way to lose prepared. So his unique, where you can get you can slap the Zeta on, well, all allies gain 2% whenever an prepared ally scores a critical hit. That's cool. Because his leadership, whenever an enemy takes damage, Scoundrel allies gain 2% per meter. I still wish Mandalorians were part of that, but topic for another time. But still, that's not bad at all. That really is not bad at all. So you can actually, as long as you have the Zeta on Dash, that's when I would use Beskar Mando. As, swap him and Dash Rendar lead out. That's actually a really cool concept. So he's really plug and play like right there. So he's a really good character. Okay, so this is the current Bounty Hunter team a lot of people use. Great. And this is how I use it. Now, the second one is where I'm going to use Dash Rendar and in the second lead because in this Mando team, I will be using IG-11 and Quill. what's their names? Mission and Zalbar. I'll be using Mission and Zalbar in the other 2 slots. So it'll be Beskar Armando, IG-11, Kuil, Mission, Zalbar. There you go. You got yourself a pretty good team. So, but yes, this is a team I actually conceive of being very good. Now, granted, yes, you could swap Bossk and L3 between the 2 teams. It just slows down the Aura Sing team, but it does speed up the Django team, so it kind of, you know, it works with each other. But what's nice is he's really fast, 290, so you could probably get him up to almost 400 speed. With and without, it depends on how things work, because if you do face Imperial Troopers, they only get a 20 speed lead from the leadership, where Django grants 30. So you can theoretically get Dash Rendar faster than Django. I mean, well, of course it's Django, but I mean faster than, it depends on the mods too. Faster than, what's his name? Moff Gideon. Gosh, Moff Gideon. So you could theoretically outrun Imperial Troopers. And what's also nice is Django, as I delete him out of the squad for some reason, he inflicts burning, which burning, other than it, burning does stop, like, or reduce evasion. Under his leadership, burning prevents turn meter. Dash Rendar could start the battle doing 3 damage, you know, inflicting daze, dispelling stealth. You can stop the enemy track. Once you throw daze on Imperial Troopers, they're useless. They're beyond useless. So Dash Rendar helps Django Fett with that. Now, granted, he doesn't proc the leadership, or I mean, proc the payout like the new 2 bounty hunters, but he still helps Django, because Django, he can go in, do an AoE, do 5 points there. All 3 of the 3 bounty hunters here, because these are all like required bounty hunters. And if you wanted like Embo in there instead of L3, you know, because you've worked on Kenobi or Skywalker, whichever one it is, you got yourself, you know, an extra character to actually work towards the contract. You know, all these AoEs are going to trigger Django's leadership, because Dash Rendar started the battle, you know, inflicting daze and defense down and critical damage down on the enemy. So, yeah, this team could be a potential option there. Plus, it boosts the team with Dash Rendar's unique. Next, this one's a good option to use. Help Boba Fett sign of Django's payout. Because he allows scoundrel allies to contribute, which then Dash Rendar would also get. Let's see, Dash Rendar will get health steal and offense and ignore taunt. So that's actually good. So yeah, he will definitely, because of his AoE doing, you know, the enemy has five characters, maybe even 6. You know, he's already fast as is. He'll start the battle doing an AoE, spreading all those debuffs out and inflicting daze. So if you're going against Geos, it's going to stop them, at least up until one of them cleanse, if they take a turn. And yeah, there's a lot that this character will help contribute towards a bounty hunter team. And this could be that extra bounty hunter team as well. Keep that in mind. So all these requirements, you could like, and like I said, Dash Rendar doesn't have to be there. Like Greedo could be there, for example, and then you can run Dash Rendar and this other bounty hunter team and use up the rest of the bounty hunters. And you're using all your bounty hunters in effective teams. Then there's also Chewie and Han with Mission and Zalbar and Dash Rendar. Gives them a lead. Also, keep in mind, 3v3, and I'll talk about it in a minute. Dash Rendar is good there. Then you could just go crazy and run all these scoundrel tanks with Enfys Nest and Dash Rendar and Vandor Chewie. There's that too. So yeah, and then there's also Dash Rendar with these characters here for 3v3 battles. L3 and Vandor. L3 is going to keep in Grand Arena, thanks to his Omnicron. He will. This is the only place you'll ever use this, which makes sense. L3 is going to keep proccing her taunt a lot, so she will taunt with her AoE, lose that to heal everyone up, but she's going to regain it back. So she's gonna be taunting way too frequently. And Ness is another option to be the damage. And then, of course, Dash Rendar with Han and Chewie. They are attackers, so they'll get the 15% crit damage, as well as the stats from his unique. So, yeah, that you can have this kind of synergy where Dash Rendar works with Han and Chewie, which he did off and on in the Legends continuity. So, but I don't know. Let me just think what teams you want to use Dash Rendar. But Dash Rendar is definitely a really good plug and play for Scoundrels. He's going to go with a lot of teams with and without the prepared mechanic. Like, he's going to grant prepared to allies that won't lose it, so they won't regain it, unfortunately. But this means you can still utilize, you know, the leadership granting extra stats to prepared allies. So, and of course it is doubled for light side Scoundrels. Keep that in mind. I forgot to mention that. So 30 crit damage for the Han and Chewie in 3v3. 30% for Zalbar. All those light side Scoundrel tanks. You know, bounty hunters, they're gonna only, a lot of their bounty hunters will only get the 15%, but hey, it's still not bad. Potency and speed, yeah. So, and heck, you could probably run Lando lead with Dash Rendar and L3, for example. Lando, not young Lando, but the other Lando, give Dash Rendar extra speed and crit damage. So, yeah, there's some concept teams there. Hopefully, you know, players will be able to have fun figuring out what to do with Dash Rendar. Aside from that, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What teams did I miss? What characters I miss? Thank you for watching. You guys have a wonderful day.